Hey everyone, it's your girl Anita Flying High here, and this is the recap for North Carolina Courage versus Portland Thorns. North Carolina ended up winning 2-0 at home. This is Heather O'Reilly's team, North Carolina. But anyways, we've tuned into Carolina. Of course, they were the first team to beat Houston Dash at away from home, or I guess at North Carolina. And then I was able to tune into North Carolina versus Utah, and that's when North Carolina looked a little funny. So I've had pretty good currency built up with Carolina these early couple matches. I've seen about out of the 4 matches they played, I've seen about 3 of them. And this was my first time actually tuning into Portland, and I saw their lineup. I'm like, wow, you got Morgan and then Smith and, Janine Vecchi's back. And I did enjoy this. I like this midfield. I was really excited for Coffee, the way she was playing. And, of course, Olivia, a young player. Super excited to see more of her vision come to life and as a midfielder. And, of course, this midfield, Portland, with Coffee, Olivia, and Sigita. I was like, okay, some of the ladies, especially Coffee mainly, she was my main focus because of, I'm thinking, okay, Portland, I looked at the table, I was like, man, Portland are bad at the current moment. And it's so surprising, especially because you look at the names on their team and you're like, damn, like, what is going on? How have y'all not have this? How have y'all haven't? What's going on? It's only been 3 matches, but Portland have been through a lot of changes. Their keeper's pregnant. They lost Raquel Rodriguez to Angel City. Of course, Dunn, as well. Other players, Becky Sauerbrunn is not the same Becky Sauerbrunn. And I was like, okay. Also, Reyes, the Mexico defender that we got to see in the Australia game, she was starting. So I was like, oh man, okay. I'm starting to see where the holes, in a way, could be going through Portland at the current moment. They did not play the way I wanted them to. They did not play the way I thought they were going to be. We did get to see Fleming. I was excited to see her because apparently she hadn't been fit. She hadn't been like ready to play yet, I guess. That's what they were saying during the match. And I was like, okay, whatever, But I expected a lot more from Portland, especially apparently they're just a high scoring team. They're scoring lots of goals, but not for them, like not making them count, not winning. You know what I mean? And North Carolina, I love Ashley Sanchez. Like I said, even during the NWSL draft, I was hyping Ashley Sanchez because, of course, when I watch, of course, all the teams together, they have USA players, and they have USA players. I feel that that didn't get their time. Like we were talking about Sanchez, someone was telling me she didn't play any minutes during the World Cup. She got traded from Washington to Carolina or transfer signing, whatever, stuff like that. And now I feel like this North Carolina team is allowing her a lot more. She's also matured, actually, a.k.a. just got older. Another year, season as a player. So that also helps. Sorry, y'all, the screen went black. But that also helps when it comes to, and she's playing with a better team. North Carolina probably were a better team than Washington, maybe. Even though Washington were NWSL champions when she played, when she helped them get a title, Carolina. In a way, I feel like this midfield suits her a lot better. She has support with O'Sullivan, and they have a lot of, not that saying no names, but just well-seasoned players that know what they're doing, and they don't need to have their names known. They just go out there and play their game. But North Carolina, like I said, this NWSL season, first 4 matches, all the teams have been up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And I've got to see with North Carolina. This night they happen to be on the up, and we always usually see Portland on the up, but they're going through, like I said, major changes. I think defensively is where it's hurting them the most because I look at their offense. I'm just like, you got Smith doing what she's doing. and Smith had a great game today, and she just unfortunately, I was like, I was just like, Smith, you're gonna have to take the job by yourself because no one else was really helping you tonight. I mean, no one really. She was by herself. Morgan Weaver, she had one opportunity off a very, very, very bad pass from the German fullback, but besides that, that was blocked. The first goal came in the 5th minute. Tyler Lucy, it was off a corner kick, and it looked like Sanchez. She didn't she hit the ball and it went on. It was on the end. The ball ended up dropping, and it took a bounce off, and Lucy actually connected with the shot very well. But it looked like either she put a certain whip on the ball when she crossed it, Sanchez, because it didn't look like she meant to go, because it went down so low, the cross, and I guess it just took the bounce up, and the bounce was favorable, and then for the goalkeeper, Hogan, she had to. There was at least, let me see, maybe I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt, at least two rows of defenders and offenders in front of her vision, and she saw the ball so late, and she dove late, and North Carolina were up 1-0. And Portland, even at halftime, during halftime, the stats when we look in, they had more shots than North Carolina. They're bad. They're bad shots. They were 8 shots, 2 on target, but North Carolina ended up scoring again in the first half. It was a Tyler Lucy show for the first 30-something minutes. She scored against Houston, I know that. Oh my god. Yeah, she's a pretty cool player, you know what I'm saying? She's pretty quick, so shout out to Tyler Lucy. She was looking for a goal, so she ended up, going for a goal. The ball ended up, I guess, taking a whip. I guess it was going towards the left-hand corner of the box. I don't think it was going to ever get there. But she ended up having her teammate Hopkins making a run, as she should, following the ball. She ended up as soon as Tyler Lucy hit it, she was making a run, Hopkins, and she ended up heading the ball in the back of the net. And, what was it, 23? What was her name? Miller. She ended up being behind Hopkins, and so it was like a free box out header goal. Got to be better defensively when it comes to that. So I do think where Portland is struggling currently at the moment is the defense. Yes, is the defense, and they're going to have to really be better in these next coming matches. I do think that they're going to improve. We got to see they brought on a Portuguese player, a debut player, a Portuguese player. So that's cool as well. So we're going to see a little bit more of her. Hopefully she's able to influence Portland in the way that we see fit, because she's new to me, and I always love new players, new energy players I never heard about, because we always say, like I would say, there's talented footballers all over the world. Just some are being able to get broadcasted, and others, it is what it is. But yeah, man, and even in the second half, honestly, we only got the goals in the first half, so the second half was kind of a letdown for both teams, because they didn't give us anything else. No goals, nothing crazy. Smith, so North Carolina kind of let us down right at the end, because y'all didn't give us anything else. They didn't have to, because Portland never was a threat. The only threat they were actually was with Smith, and it could have been better. It could have been better. With Carolina, could have done more, but they're gonna be happy. They got the win and a clean sheet, so I think player of the match, of course, was Lucy. Maybe they may give it to Ashley Sanchez, but Portland. I think Portland right now are at the bottom of the table. I can't believe it. It's honestly rare, because when NWSL was starting, or I guess when they made another league, Portland were at the top, and they were the best team. But how far they have fallen, all the way to the bottom. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all. This is the recap for North Carolina Courage versus Portland Thorns. Portland Thorns end up losing 2-0 to Carolina. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one, okay? Deuces.